Montana Outdoors. We're going to be fishing here one of these northwestern Oregon rivers. We're about 6-7 miles from the salt water. Pretty good sized little river. Not too big and not too small. Quite manageable to fish with a rod. Right now we're using a nice orange and white jig. I'm going to put on some sand shrimp on this jig, tip it off nice, and see if anything wants to bite. Right now it's November 9th, 2020. There should be some salmon in here, hopefully. And if we get lucky, maybe we'll get one of them. I'm going to give it a try. Shrimp on there. A little Procure Anise and krill. It's going to be my first cast. Can't guarantee anything, but we'll see what happens. It's like nothing here right now. Just saw a nice coho jump right over there. Nice breadbuck coho. See if I can get him to bite. All right, let's give this hole a try. We'll see what happens here. Some Procure Anise and krill gel on here. I'm gonna throw it out here and let's see what happens. Just had a bite right there. Just had a bite. Could be a school of salmon down there for all I know. Who knows? I got one on. Nice fish. I think it's a jack. It's a nice fish. I think it's going to be a jack. It's a pretty big one. Big cutthroat. Big cutthroat. Geez, that's a big one. Look at the size of him. He's a big. Okay, I'll give you an idea how big this fish is. Here. That's how big he is. He's 18 inches at least. See that fish? 18 inches. Here he goes. I think what they are, I think there's going to be maybe a school of sea run cutthroats in there, because you know all these cutthroats here are basically sea run variety, and they're coming in now. Years ago they used to call them harvest trout. Now they just they're sea run cutthroats, what they really are. But back 60, 50 years ago they were called harvest trout, because usually they come in during the harvest time of the crops in the farm, so they called them harvest trout. But they're really cutthroat trout that run to the ocean and come back after about a year or so. And they can be anywhere from 14 inches to maybe 4 or 5 pounds at max. But they're beautiful fish, and they're all wild. Everyone you catch here is wild. They don't stock them. They did try it a while back, but it never really worked out. So we're going to try it again and see if I want to catch a salmon. That'd be nice, but let's go see what happens here. Nice one. Nice cutthroat. It's a nice fish. Another big one. Nice big cutthroat. Not as big as the last one, but still a nice cutthroat. That's what they are. They're laying right in there. There you go. Beautiful. Look at that fish. Another one, another big one. I think this is gonna be a jack. This is gonna be a jack. This is a big fish. I think it's a jack. It's gonna be a jack silver. This has to be a jack silver. I can see that red in it and everything else. It's gonna be a jack silver. What did I tell you? Of course, I probably can't keep him because he's a jack, and he is. There he is, right there. Nice jack silver. I can't keep him, but he's a nice fish. I'm gonna throw him back. Let me get my thing out here. Yep. There he goes, Jack Silver. Alright, let's give this another try. So far, that's 3 fish. I got 2 sea run cutthroats, one about 18 inches, one about 14, 15, and one about 18, 19 inch coho jack. So let's give it a try. Right there, fish just jumped. There's salmon in here. There is salmon in here, so maybe we'll get lucky. Got a big one on. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a salmon, my friends. Right there is a salmon. I got a salmon on here. Had to get one sooner or later. There you go. Looks like a silver. That's a salmon. I don't know, kind of a dark one. It's gonna be let's see, what kind of salmon is that gonna be? That's a chum salmon. My God, that is a chum salmon, and the first chum salmon they ever caught in this river. This is their first chum salmon they ever caught in this river. I can't believe it. I've never caught a chum salmon in this river, so this is pretty amazing. I knew they were supposed to be chum salmon here, but I never ever caught a chum salmon, and this is visual proof right here. So I've been fishing this river for nearly 30 years. I've never caught a chum salmon on this river, but this is obviously a chum salmon. And of course you can't keep chum salmon, no matter if they're hatchery or not. Of course they never hatchery, they're all going to be wild. And chum salmon only, as soon as they hatch, what they do, they go right to the ocean. When they're about 2 inches long, they go right to the salt water. This is a fighting fish. This is a pretty good sized fish. This is probably 9-pound fish. He's a fighter. They say chum salmon are one of the hardest fighting fish, and as you can see, they certainly seem to be, don't they? It's a lot of wildness in this fish. As you can see, the jig's right there in his mouth. And you know what? I'm about out of bait too. It's a female. The males, they really have a pronounced hook jaw mouth with large teeth. And this is a female. And like I said, we're gonna let her go, but you can see this is a chum salmon. First one I ever caught in this river. 30 years of fishing. Nearly 30 years. There she goes. Wow.